And we are back. It doesn't appear that the server is quite up yet. People aren't getting into it quite yet, although the match doesn't technically start for another 5 minutes, so I'm not really surprised. But I guess we can go over things. So, good evening, everybody. Got another Newcomer cast going on. It's going to be AA Batteries versus Wii Sports Resort. So, last night was a pretty darn good match. Didn't have any predictions, and I don't think I'm going to have any for tonight's match either. Unfortunately, just like last night's match, neither team really had the best week one, or the week one that they were necessarily hoping for. Wii Sports Resort played against Zed and lost, and AA Batteries played against Crunch Time. So, tonight, obviously, like I said, we got AA Batteries playing against Wii Sports Resort. Thank you to the team leads of both, being PF Pocket Pyro on the side of AA Batteries, I believe. Yes, that is correct. And Zamboni on the side of Wii Sports Resort. Thanks to them for giving me permission to cast this match, and specifically to Pocket Pyro for sending STV over my way and just enabling me to be able to do this. So, yeah. I don't really have any predictions that are based on anything. If I go and just take a look at some of the logs on the side of both teams, Wii Sports Resort, in their recent matches, have actually been looking, or not matches, but recent scrims have actually been looking pretty good. Just going through the recent scrims, they've been doing fairly good. Now if we take a look over on the side of AA Batteries, let's see if it's the same story. Kind of hope it is. That one didn't really count. Those are all the same. Not the same one too. I think that might be. Unfortunately, it looks like AA Batteries has been having a hard time this season. But it's Newcomer. We're all new here. You can't really expect too much. As long as you're playing the game and having fun, you're doing the right thing and you're doing a good job. Because that's why we play, right? Well, at least why your typical person plays. So, if I'm going to go off of anything and actually make a prediction, I'm going to say that Wii Sports Resort is looking like they might take this match. But that's just going off of scrims, and scrims are pretty meaningless because you could be scrimming against literally anybody. So, yeah. I have no idea how this is going to go. It could honestly go either way, but I'm gonna say that Wii Sports Resort might take it. But it should still be a good match. Let's see if people are getting into the server yet. Nope, still on Turbine. That's unfortunate. Well, I guess I can go into some of the... I have no idea who's actually going to be playing tonight. In terms of players on either side. I will come back when the match at least gets into the soap DM. My apologies, we are back. However, we were having some server issues. We got a new server up now, courtesy of Zamboni. So let's actually get into this now. Hopefully this will be a good match. Oh, my HUD looks broken. Oh, never mind, there's only one player in. Okay, so it's looking like Wii Sports Resort is going to be on red, meaning AA batteries will be on blue. So once again, this is still week 1. They rescheduled their match to Friday, or October 2nd, Friday, October 2nd. So this is still a week 1 match, hence why we are on Process. I really like Process. It's just an all-around good map. And probably better even for me, casting. It's a map I actually know. Next week might be a little bit rough because it is on Clear Cut, I believe. And I haven't really played a whole lot of Clear Cut. I've watched a little bit of Clear Cut, but I will have to learn callouts for it. Kind of learn how the map is played. I'll talk to some people and see if I can't get that figured out, so I'm actually able to provide some sort of insight into what's happening in the match. Excuse me. Okay, we got players from both teams now flooding into the server. That's good, that's what I want to see. Wii Sports Resort, they are all here. So on Wii Sports Resort, we got Turbro on Medic, Zamboni on Soldier, Friend on Soldier as well, and Stu and Spoon Bandito on Scout, and then Quinby on Demo. Although I guess things could probably change considering we're just in the little DM here and people don't usually play their classes. Oh, and Crazy coming big with the double taunt kill on red crates. You love to see it. Or do you hate to see it? Fingered out. Okay, good, that's working. I really need to get a second monitor so I can actually see what the hell's going on with Streamlabs. And the players of AA batteries are also here. So, looks like we got Ainsley and Crazy on Soldier. Actually, I can't really tell because they have 2 spies right now. They have Crack and Stratacat. Oh, it doesn't look PF Pyro. Excuse me. Doesn't look like Pocket Pyro is playing. Might not have been able to make it to this match. Don't worry, Zach. He'll do fine. So, in case you missed it, we got both AA batteries and Wii Sports Resort on blue and red, respectively. Unfortunately for both teams, their Week 1 matches did not go the way they had hoped. Neither team really came out on top. They seemed to struggle in Week 1 on Sunshine. But it's a new week, a new map, and hopefully one of these teams will come out on top here. I'm not going to really make any predictions, although I do have a sneaking suspicion Wii Sports Resort may take it, just looking at past logs from scrims, but scrims don't really mean much, so we'll really have to see how this map plays out. Either way, I'm thinking it's going to be a good game. Okay, AA Batteries now has 7 players in the server for some reason. This is 6s, not Prolander. Well, I think it would be kind of fun to see a Prolander 5CP. Highlander's 5CP definitely wouldn't work, but Prolander might. For those of you actually in the stream, how are y'all doing tonight? Nice Friday night, it's the weekend, nothing to worry about, and, well, I'm casting a match, doing something that, honestly, I've been having a lot of fun doing. Hey, PF Pocket Pyro is here. Not sure why they have so many players to the server. He may just be spectating, though. Not exactly sure why they have 7 players. Okay, so Pakiparu does appear to just be spectating. Okay, maybe not. They have 8 players. Are they playing Highlander here? Looks like it may have been a slight miscommunication on the side of AA batteries of who's actually playing. They do have a lot of people rostered. I think they have 11, if I remember correctly. 11 or 12. It's up there. Ooh, that was a nice direct... Excuse me, a nice direct from Crazy onto Anstu. And he gets a double meat shot onto the AFK medic. What a play. Okay, so it was some confusion they were cleaning up. Or clearing up. A little bit of confusion. Reproduced and created too many players. Oh, we got an invisible scout. That's really annoying that they added... So, in the recent Scream Fortress update, which came out yesterday at some point, I believe, they added a new feature that kind of censors chat. And it is good, but I also don't like seeing the asterisks. Well, it's probably good for streaming. Come on, boys, let's get this show on the road. Why do they still have 8 players here? Two players. One thing I definitely need to work on for next week's cast is starting the cast on time. And by on time, I mean not super early. Why is my FPS dying here? I can't shift tab. There we go. Okay, now they only have a shortage of -1 player. Yeah, I really need to work on figuring out when to actually start the cast. Okay. That's 6 players. Do we want to follow... Who should we follow on the first mid-fight? The demo of which team? And now they're down a player. Who should we follow? Which demo? Zoro or Quinby? For the first mid-fight. Okay, the match is getting started. Let's follow Zoro. Okay, so for the side of AA batteries, we have both Pocket Pyro and Ainsley on Soldier. We got Stratacat and Vizzy on Scout, Zoro on Demo, and I Ingest Crack on Medic. So it looks like Zoro is kind of slow to mid here. They're playing this mid very slowly, just kind of sitting in their own choke. We have Wii Sports Resort immediately taking the high ground. Their Demo is walking far right. They are taking the high ground. They have taken this mid by storm. We have Pocket Pyro going in on crates and unfortunately getting picked up by the players of Wii Sports Resort. They have just completely mopped the floor here with AA batteries and just won that mid fight so dominantly. AA batteries, it appears they're trying to contest mid. Ainsley going for the market guard and unfortunately he just misses. Their med does get out, though, so they're not going to be at a disad, and they're set up here to hold last. Wii Sports Resort is taking IT now. It looks like they're going to want to take this in as soon as possible before they even have Uber. The Uber gets popped by AA batteries. Wii Sports Resort is able to hold it out just a little bit longer, so they're going to have the better Uber. Although AA batteries does have the heavy, although the heavy does get cleaned up. This is an all-out skirmish on the last point. It's looking like Wii Sports Resort is going to take it here. They got their med up and 2 scouts, and they do take it. They get the first round in record time. Let's watch Quinby here and how he gets to mid. Going for the rollout here. Rollouts are difficult. I struggle to try and learn. Although Zamboni going in deep with the fast rollout all the way onto crates. Getting some early damage into AA batteries choke on the side of blue. He is not being pushed off of this high ground. He has taken some big damage here, but they were able to collapse in and push these players of AA batteries back through choke. They're still trying to contest this, though. Let's see what they can do. We got Ainsley looking for a bomb, possibly, in through sewer. No, he's coming back out. The Uber for the side of AA batteries is up. They do, unfortunately, get forced, though. So now they're going to be pushing back in to Wii Sports Resort, although it doesn't look like they're going to be able to take that medic, and they will be able to just walk back in with full Uber ad. They should be able to get this point here near for free. They go in with the soldier, they bomb in, they get on the scout, they flash the demo, trying to get some damage in closer to upper IT. Scouts on point, so with the soldier, Quinby just getting some spam in, and their Wii Sports Resort manages to get the frags and clear second. They almost wipe. It's just Pocket Pyro left alive on the side of AA batteries. They do get spawners up, but sadly, it doesn't look like it's going to be enough in time, because they don't leave spawn. No. No, I really want to watch Zamboni here, because he was really fast to mid last round. Let's see what happens. A lot of teams I've played in the past, when you win mids that decisively, they end up just kind of giving up the mid fight and just holding second in choke immediately. Let's see if that's what they try to do here. Zamboni going in for the flank in sewer. He gets spotted by Stratacat, but he's able to take him out. They don't know! They didn't call! Zamboni is on the medic of on the medic of AA batteries, and a scout comes in to clean up the kill that was launched up into the air for him. He's just skeet shooting, and they get second off of that really smart flank play by Zamboni. Zamboni's going straight in. He's going to possibly get up into heaven, get some spam over onto the point. The last of AA batteries. Pocket Pyro comes in and just gets spammed up by Zamboni. He's not getting cleaned up. Finally, he gets cleaned up. Let's stick with Stratacat here and see what's happening. Oh, wow. Wii Sports Resort has almost a full Uber advantage here, so they could just use in immediately and possibly take this round right away. But we'll see what happens. It looks like they're getting ready to push in. They start on the soldier. They bomb the soldier in. There's no scout around, unfortunately, to be flashed on. This Uber is just kind of being wasted. The players of AA batteries are able to clean this up and just collapse onto the players on point and hold it. This is going to put them in a really good position with about 40% Uber out. If they can keep their medic alive, and no, he goes down to friend in lobby. He goes for the point, gets about half cap time. That's a lot of cap time, but the players of AA batteries are able to get in, and it looks like they're going to hold it here. They can, no, they just feed it into the players. The circle of players on the side of Wii Sports Resort in lobby. That soldier gets sussed up into the air, and it looks like they're just going to collapse onto the point and get it here. Wii Sports Resort is coming out of the gate super, super strong here. Let's see if they can keep this momentum going in the second half. Oh, my mouth is not working today. Was there not a halftime here? Doesn't look like it. So as I had mentioned previously, usually when teams start losing mids very decisively, they end up not even holding mid. This can be a good option, it can work, but just giving up space for free is never a good idea. They're also even at a lower Uber charge here. We got Wii Sports Resort with a massive ad here. I think they sent a soldier in deep. Did they send? Yes, they sent Zamboni in. Unfortunately, he didn't get anything. He just kind of bombed in through Al-Qaeda and died. The players on the side of AA batteries are setting up here in IT. They have some traps, but they're being heavily contested and just spammed out by Wii Sports Resort, shooting in through IT. We now have even full Uber, so it looks like they're going to be going for the exchange. If they go for the exchange here, it is going to favor Wii Sports Resort, as they have a player advantage right now. They're going in. They're also going to have the slightly better Uber here, as the medic on the side of AA batteries did use first. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to get out. But Turbro is in a really bad spot as well. But his players are able to come in, clean up, and protect him. If he gets out here, their Stratacat is behind in a fight with the scout and the soldier, and unfortunately, he loses the fight. That's not a favorable fight you want to be in. You do not want to ever be in a 1v2. But he went for it. It could have worked. There was that chance. But unfortunately, in this case, it just didn't play out. We got Vizzy here, putting some pressure over in lobby. Holy crap, my mouth is not working. Words are not working for me right now, as well as they did last night. We got Zamboni coming in through 5. He's doing a beautiful ramp slide all the way up into heaven. Looks like Vizzy is going to contest him, although he's very low, but they do play this right. They have the soldier come in to support him. Zamboni does take out Pocket Pyro, but he gets the trade. So that's going to be soldier down on both sides. Wii Sports Resort is really set up in IT here. I'm thinking they're probably going to go out through 3 here, and they do. They use in. AA batteries doesn't have Uber, but they do have the heavy, if they can keep him up. Although, unfortunately, it doesn't look like it. The Uber has now faded. They bring the Pyro in for the post-Uber, and unfortunately, he's just not fast enough. Let's get a bird's eye view of this mid-fight. Let's see if they actually go for it. Unfortunately, it just looks like AA batteries is not confident. But they are going for the mid-fight now, which is something I really like to see. Hasn't been working, but they're going to go for it anyway. Ainsley going in for a big bomb onto crates. Unfortunately, he just gets me-chopped by Anstu, and it doesn't pay them anything. But they're taking high ground really well here. They're collapsing on the soldier that went back into their sewer. Their demo is up all on his own. Is he going to get the frags? No, unfortunately, he's not. He's just going to get cleaned up by both scouts. That mid was looking really good for the side of AA batteries, but unfortunately they just got separated and lost their players. We got Vizzy up here on crates, trying to get some damage, trying to get in on the medic, but he just gets cleaned up by the scouts that are doing their job at protecting that medic and not letting people have any positioning onto him. We currently got a 90% advantage in the favor of Wii Sports Resort. It's looking like they're just going to want to take this in immediately. Let's watch Friend here and see what he does. They take the Uber, and they finish on the Scout, and they just start collapsing onto the demo and that sentry gun. Let's hope they can shoot that down, and they do. We have Ainsley and the medic on the side of AA batteries coming in. It looks like they may hold this. If this soldier and medic can, this will be amazing. We got Friend here. He's only got 12 health, unfortunately. He's the only player left up. No, he's got Anstu as well. And they're just going to get out instead of trying to go in for the back cap. Well, it looks like Friend might be trying to go for some damage. And he picks up Vizzy. And he gets out. Okay. Not really sure what went wrong for the side of Wii Sports Resort there, other than AA batteries just coming out really strong, getting that engineer up and distracting the players, and then collapsing back onto the point. Fortunately, they lose 2 players here. They get a spawner up. They were 3 down. Zamboni looks like he's wanting to go in for a bomb-through rollout. He does get spotted out, and he's now being rushed by the medic on the side of AA batteries. Okay, AA batteries is getting the sentry gun up. Good, that's what I want to see. Getting ready and getting set up for the defense. They currently have their sentry gun up in heaven, which is not the typical spot you see, but it could work. It's got a nice bird's eye view. It's high ground, so you have to hit that thing directly, and it's difficult to get right to. Excuse me. We currently have an even Uber situation going into the last. Wii Sports Resort is probably going to want to take this exchange, and they are. If AA batteries can hold this Uber out just a little bit, which they do, they will have the better Uber, and in post-Uber, they should be able to get these frags and clean up the players with the sentry gun. Although, unfortunately, the sentry does go down. Unfortunately, AA batteries just doesn't get it, and my initial prediction was correct. Wii Sports Resort just came out so strong out of the gate with that first round. That mid was so strong. Their players got there early, and they were able to just get the frags they needed in order to win the mid. Then they rolled on to the second mid fight, and they kept strong with that one as well. And then at that point, they had shattered the... Unfortunately, for AA batteries, their confidence had been shattered, and I didn't grab logs. I can get it from Google here. It's kind of sad. Yeah, and they just stopped contesting mid. Which, that's something a lot of newcomer teams will end up doing. I've even fallen into that. It's like, you just try to change it up. Thank you for the follow. But yeah, they just... You have to change it up. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over again. So I do like that they tried to change it up. Unfortunately, it seems like Wii Sports Resort was just the stronger team in this matchup. Well, actually, come over to here. Go to... I really need to get this set up differently. But if we can see here, we got logs. So... Honestly, players individually didn't do too bad. We had 2 different players playing demo on the side of AA batteries. It also just seemed like Wii Sports Resort was a little bit better put together. Quinby unfortunately didn't have the best game in the world. Holy crap. Friend going big with the 423 DPM. That is insane. 21 in 3. Zamboni not far behind with 372. And Pocket Pyro with 341 DPM on the side of his team. Honestly, doing all he can to try and give their team a fighting chance. In terms of Ubers used, it definitely looks like Wii Sports Resort was building slightly faster by about 2 seconds. They had 7 more Ubers, and unfortunately, it just seemed like the med on the side of AA batteries just wasn't able to get that Uber in time and just got dropped. Average Uber lengths were pretty similar. Time before using again was pretty similar. Yeah.
Bonus ducks.
Hey, thank you for the follow, Quinby. Thanks for the follow, guys. I really appreciate that.
Bonus ducks.
Thanks for the follows, guys. I'm sorry. My casting was not as good tonight as it was last night. I don't know if it's because I'm tired because it's a Friday or what, but hopefully next week will be a little bit better.
Bonus ducks.
Yeah, I know. It felt a lot better last night as well. I don't know. I was just stumbling over my words a little bit tonight. Well, I appreciate that.
Bonus ducks.
Well, I've now hit 50 followers. Now all I gotta do is get my average viewers above 3, and then I'll get affiliates. This is amazing. Thank you so much, guys.
Bonus ducks.
So, if we want to look at individual frags here, Friend got the most med picks. I mean, honestly, there's not much more to say about the match. Unfortunately, it just didn't go for the way of AA batteries.
Bonus ducks.
I mean, as long as you guys are having fun, I mean, it was a bit of a roll, but as long as you guys, at the end of the day, can take this match and learn from it, learn some of your mistakes, and as long as you have fun, it's worth it, right? This is Newcomer. We're here to learn. We're all new players, right? I'm a new caster. I mean, I guess last night's cast, I just had beginner's luck or whatever. I wouldn't even call myself a caster yet. I'm just somebody who's doing casting. Yeah, we're all here to learn. I'm kind of debating whether or not I want to keep the stream going and maybe play some of the TF2 Scream Fortress, because I haven't really played TF2 in like 2 weeks. Would you guys want to stick around for that, or... Well, I mean, I'll probably just end it here. Thanks for all the follows, guys. I really appreciate it. I've hit 55 now. Like, this is insane. I've gotten over 10 followers just from casting, which kind of makes sense because it's all the players from the teams I've been casting. But I appreciate it a lot, guys. Sorry my casting wasn't as good tonight. I don't know. It was a little bit off, but there's always next week, right? So, some of you guys will probably be playing your match next week. Next week, I will be casting at the default match time, so that's Wednesday at 9:30 EST. If you have any teams that you would like to see, I guess, your team leaders, they have me on, on Steam. I may end up casting, like picking a team to cast. I'm not sure which team I'm going to cast, but next week it will be Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. EST. If you can make it, great. If you can't, you can catch the VOD after. Anyway, thanks again, guys, for the follows. I really appreciate it, and I will see you next week.